In this video, I'm going to be sharing how my outdoor builds have held up over the years and what weather exposure has really done to them. What I'll be going over in this video is planters, raised beds, lure vent, a dryer hole cover, a wall rack for holding your gardening supplies, storage chest, potting table. Now with the potting table, now with the potting table, I want to do some upkeep. So I'm going to clean it up, check to see if it needs any repairs, and then I'm probably going to have to sand it and oil it again because we want to preserve our outdoor furniture and keep up with maintenance, which is something big I've learned last year. So I'm also going to show you how to keep up with maintenance of your outdoor pieces. And I'm even going to be sharing a bonus build, something I've never shared before, so make sure you see that one in the end. So let's see how everything's doing. So we're gonna start with the planters. Now this planter looks absolutely horrendous now. I made this in 2023, so this is 2.5 years old now, and I did absolutely zero upkeep with this one, hence the way it looks. So this is made out of pallet wood, so another reason why it doesn't look good. Busted. And even the slats have fallen off. And this was in the beginning of my woodworking career. I didn't know a lot about the construction of things, making it strong and all that, but just a little TLC, and I'm sure it'll be a lot better. Like, I never cleaned this. So I need more TLC than that, but so this is what something would look like if you just completely ignore it. And then this is a planter, so it's getting even more exposed to water than something usually would. I'm not going to bother with restoring this one. I'll just make another one, hence the material it's made out of. But using pallet wood is a great way to just start and to learn how to build. This is another planter that I made 2 years ago as well. Oh, and then here's how it looks before when I made it. And this is it now. So only after 2.5 years, it looks like this now. This is also made out of pallet wood, but this one was sealed with an outdoor UV and water resistant spray urethane. I did not keep up with maintenance on any of these planters, hence their condition, but this is what they look like. Pieces off this one have fallen off. These are the inner part of here that helps support these slats. And I made these slats too thin, so they bent a lot. So I ended up adding these boards inside, but they've since fallen off because I only glued them. So I really like the design of this planter. I would definitely make this again, but with better materials that are suited for outdoors. Busted. So here's another planter that I made. This one I made it last year, and I haven't even used it as a planter yet. The way it looks is solely due to weather exposure. This back rack looks better because it's hidden, because it's shielded by the roof a bit, but the front is completely exposed to the weather. And I've had a lot of rain last year, and so this is how it looks now. But this year, I'm going to use it as a planter, and I'm going to actually get to use the screen and everything. So this just needs a little maintenance, some sanding, and some new oil. With this one, I used Garden Box Armor to seal the planter. I don't think it did a very good job. It's kind of expensive, and this is how it looks. I don't think it looks any better than like Danish oil, so I don't really recommend it. And it smells really bad. Another thing is that one of the boards is kind of popped out. That is due to the wood expanding. I didn't leave enough space, or the way I just constructed it, the way I made it, just made one of these boards pop out. So that's something that I have to improve on if I were to make another one. And you know what? The inside looks really good, actually. So this planter is made out of cedar and fir. The fir was used for like the main structure of the planter, and cedar boards are all for the privacy screen and for the outside of the planter. Now inside I only have like compostable materials. That way I can use that for the garden this year. So this is better quality wood for outdoors. It just looks really bad because of all the rain. So this is really easy to upkeep. I just have to sand it and put a new coat of oil. And I'll use Danish oil next time because the Garden Box Armor didn't really seem to perform better. So this is the most recent in-ground raised bed I've made. I made this one last year in the summer. I needed this for my tomatoes. And these tomatoes just came off today. These were the only like, species that lasted the longest in here. These are like the German queens. The rest of them I either already harvested or they died. I made this out of cedar. This planter is completely made out of cedar. And I did also seal this with garden box armor. I had a lot of problems with drainage with this one because of the type of soil that is under this raised bed. That probably wore out the wood a lot. I'm gonna have to replace these boards. They warped a lot over the season, but I think it's holding up okay. I think it'll be good for another year and then I can see what I'm gonna have to replace or just start over again. This was really cheap to make. It was like 40 bucks. So it's worth it to make it. It's very simple. It's just some boards and some stakes and that's it. I've been neglecting these tomatoes, so this is how they look. They actually are overgrown and they popped a little. So I'm gonna see if these are good to eat. So this bed's only like half a year old and this is how it looks. So this raised bed is the oldest. It's over 2.5 years old now. And this one's made out of thick pieces of fir. This is what I just found and I was able to repurpose. It is cracking along here, but I also did not seal this one at all. So it's just bare wood out here. I'm very lucky that this area has really good soil. What was already there has been really fertile and whatever I put in here grows pretty much. There is faint color on here because I stained it not knowing that it would be bad for the plants. So I had to sand it back a lot. Then on the inside at one point I did have a liner in there, but it was a really cheap fabric liner and it just would rip and get into the dirt. So I would not recommend a fabric liner or any liner at all actually. I don't think it helps, and if you use the proper type of wood, your plants and the box itself will be okay. So this is definitely still good. I'm gonna keep using it for the next season. So here's a lower vent cover that I made also back in 2023. This one is probably made out of fir and some pieces of maybe pallet wood here for the actual vent. Again, this looks terrible now. I did seal this. I did everything proper they were supposed to do, but maintenance is super important. Haven't done any of that. Now this looks extra bad because I have had to remove it because we needed access to the crawl space. Now I don't know if putting a lower vent is a good idea for a crawl space. Someone commented on the DIY of this video that you should not put a vent on a crawl space. So I don't know if this is even a good thing to do in general. You let me know. I mean, the vent itself is still holding up well. It just looks bad due to the weather. There was a frame around here before, but since we had to remove the vent from the wall, it kind of just broke during the removal process. So that's why that's not there anymore. If I were to just clean it up and then oil it again, it'll look a lot better. So maintenance. What's up? We're here by the dryer hole. So so I made this as a temporary fix because there was not a cover over the dryer hole on the outside of the house. Doing something like that does not work for me because if I temporarily fix it, it'll become a long-term fix. So this should not be here at all anymore. I'm just gonna get something that is made for this. But the good thing about this is I made it so that I can just take it on and off. This is why this is not a good solution, and probably using wood over a dryer vent is not good either. Again, it's only framing the hole. It's not directly in front of it, but it still gets a bit of the heat. And this is made out of cedar, which I thought, oh hey, they use cedar wood in saunas. It should be fine. I don't know. It's just not a great design in general, but it's held up fine. And I made it so I could just slip it on and off to clean it. Yeah, I'm just gonna replace this all together. We're gonna see how this looks now after all the rain and see if it really was weatherproof. Ta-da! My storage chest. Oh, thank goodness. It did not get wet in here, but I also had a tarp over it. So the chest has upheld very well, and it is going to, because we take extra care with this one because we store our workout equipment in here, especially have to take care of the adjustable weights. The upholstery is a little harder to clean. Just have to really scrub it. Now this chest we do cover when it's going to be bad weather because it is not weatherproof. I did seal all the outside and the inside with with some transparent caulking to cover all of the seams, but it didn't make it purely weatherproof. The cushion, water gets in through there. When it just drips over, it can get into the chest. So which is why we do cover it if it's gonna rain or when we're not using it, to protect it and everything inside. But no water comes in from the bottom or from the side walls because I did seal the sides with some transparent caulking. It's pretty good. I really like this, and it's very comfortable. And yes, white is a hard color to keep clean, but I just really like the look of the white vinyl with this color wood, with the stain that I used. I think it looks really nice. It's like a resort vibe to me. I'm willing to clean it to have that vibe. What's up, guys? We're at the potting table, and as you can hear, I got sick. So since I can't talk, this whole segment, oh my god, this whole segment is gonna be in captions. Here we go. Now for the bonus, a doghouse. A doghouse. And this is how it looks. This is just from Halloween. It's not that bad. So let's take this off. Halloween is my favorite holiday. And the dog's house gets decorated too. Oh my god! They're so adorable. Now this doghouse is held up really well. I use real roofing for the roof, so that part is perfect. The structure is made out of like 2x4s. The only part that is really bad, and it's probably the most crucial part, is the foundation. This part I used a pallet. I used a pallet, then on top of here is like a quarter sheet. I had quarter sheets wrapped all around it, which is why that part already came off. It just warped and came off. The wheels are really bad because they're old. They're probably 4 years old already. I don't know. This is the year I made the house. The dogs don't use it much, to be honest, because they're always in the house or in grandma's house. But I'm glad they're not scared of it. This is really cute. I'm not gonna fix this. I'd rather just make the dogs a better house when we move. And this I'll just give away. But I have it all on wheels, so it's a mobile home. I never shared this because I just didn't have a channel yet and I wasn't really comfortable putting myself out there to share things that I created yet. But let me give you a tour of this little house. So here we have the doghouse. Oh my goodness. Good girl, good girl. Here's the roofing. House. The trim on the front. Good boy. See, here's the window. Felipe, Felipe. Okay. Oh my goodness. Their little porch. Oh my god. So this is the inside. You even have a picture of us in there. And look at this roof, dude. Ooh. So just a reminder, take care of your stuff. Be careful with the camera.